Now, let's stay with General Motors for a minute. This Detroit News article about a $20 million expansion of GM's Global Battery Systems Laboratory in Warren, Michigan, includes a mention from a GM executive that they're working on a $30,000 electric vehicle with a 200-mile range. And John, you said it's a safe bet. Others are working on this as well. With all this stuff going into the electric revolution, what does this mean for Tesla?
Well, Tesla, a lot of people look at Tesla and go, oh, they've got first mover advantage. They've got a moat. I have always looked at Tesla and I've seen a small company with some great technology that is surrounded by a lot of competitors that are just watching and waiting to see what kind of market emerges for these kinds of vehicles. I'm not the least bit shocked to hear somebody at General Motors say we are working on, whatever that means, an electric car with a 200-mile range that's going to cost 30 grand. I'm sure Ford at some level is working on a similar car, and Nissan is, and
Doesn't mean
Volkswagen
get to it, right?
is, and everybody else is probably. And it's easy to say you're working on something. It's another thing to ship it. Tesla has made big claims in the past, and they've mostly backed them up so far. So, Tesla says we'll have this car within 3 years. It'll be 200-mile range. It'll be priced like a BMW 3 Series, give or take. So probably a little more than 30,000. You tend to believe them. With General Motors, we'll see.
Yeah, I agree. You had mentioned it might even be vaporware for some of these automakers.
Well, to some extent, I think it is. I think everybody's waiting for the batteries to get better and cheaper. I think everybody includes Tesla. And, if the batteries get better and cheaper, then these cars will start to appear. And then it becomes who can get the batteries and who has the exclusive deals and so forth. And on the one hand, Tesla has good connections with people doing battery research. On the other hand, if it comes to a bidding war, Tesla's not going to compete with the likes of Volkswagen or General Motors. They just don't have the bankroll.
Right.
So, if there's a limited supply of batteries, this is kind of the thing we see sometimes in the cell phone market, where a new chip comes out and then Apple comes in or something and buys up the whole first year's production run of this technology. If these new cheaper batteries are in short supply for the first year or two, it may come down to who's willing to pay for them to get their program started. And that then they're not cheaper batteries anymore, but to get the production going and so forth, somebody may be willing to eat that for a year. But I don't know. So yes, to go back to the question, all of these cars are vaporware till we see them, or at least till we know that the technological advances have been made to make them happen.